All right. I haven't made a video on this channel for a while. Mainly because, see, I'm the type of guy that I want to speak my mind. I don't give a damn if YouTube or you or anyone else has a problem with it. If I gotta tell you you're a piece of shit and I want to smack your teeth out in your mouth, I should say that, be able to say that. You limit me. I'm not gonna. You know, I'll hope the shit hits the fan so I can come knock on your door. But I haven't made a video because of that. But I decided to heck with it. I'm starting a what can potentially become an online business, and I feel pretty good about this. This here isn't like the other times that I tried it and failed. I believe that there are things out there that will work specifically for you. It, not everything will. Okay, I've tried a number of things, like I said, and it was like, I don't know. From the beginning, it was just something about it that was like, nah, like affiliate marketing, where you build these funnels and you gotta market yourself and you gotta go out there and try to get people to buy. And there were a number of times that I kind of I didn't follow through because it was just like this just doesn't. I don't know. I really don't like that kind of marketing, even though what I'm going to be doing now, you got to be an affiliate. But you also, it's best to have your own thing, brand, whatever you want to say it, where you got to market yourself. So that's one of the things I'm doing. I was just thinking about situations that we can get in that where we don't have control. And I'm a type A personality where I want to take control of everything. I want to twist you into whatever shape that I need to twist you to where it works. And like I said, there's situations where you're not going to be able to do that. So the best thing to do, if this situation here, you can't control it, okay, maybe you can control little things, but the whole you cannot change it. You're not going to change it unless you get full control, and then you're still going to have kind of a hard time doing it, but it's possible, because I would be a tyrant over the right people. You would have a bad day. I'd be standing right next to you going, "You're going to fuck up again? You fuck up?" All right? But you're in a position where you can't control it. So, what are you going to do? Well, for years, I just was pissed off and angry and trying to figure out how I can control the situation until finally you get to a point where you're like, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. What a moron. You're creating a worse situation, and now you've taken control of your pain and suffering, and you're going, well, I'm going to just keep adding more pain and suffering. You don't think that way, but you become a victim, and you just keep, just everything gets worse exponentially. It just is like you're piling all this shit on top of you. Instead of looking around and going, now, what can I do? What can I do to get out of this situation? Okay. And this isn't you want everything to be optimal and everything to go well. It's not. I mean, I think if you're the type of person that wants that and you're going toward that, you're going to have more problems in life than you can possibly imagine. You're an idiot. Okay? But this situation here can be controlled by creating a solution to the problem where you can move from this to that. Okay? Yeah. Uh, I've got another computer on here. I'm watching Bosch. But anyway, That's what I'm doing now. It's kind of like I'm working. There's a guy online. I don't know if you ever heard of him. I like him. Dan Coe, Koe, and it's kind of like just it's digital writing, and I'm going through uh, kind of training right now that I like it. It's not. I'm a blue collar guy. I'm knuckle dragger. I like physical. I like fighting. I like lifting. I like working hard. I mean, physical pain is what I throughout my life. When I was younger, I was picked on a lot, and at home and at school. So I decided to try to become physically tough, and I've achieved that over time. But mentally, I was a victim, and I was angry, and I still deal with anger problems. I mean, I just had a situation where I was, I don't know if this happened the day before, but I was washing clothes, and I think I was using water at the kitchen sink, and fuses blew, and I didn't realize it until the next day. And then that morning, I had to fix everything. And then I have another problem. I live in a damp house. Okay, I have a very big basement, and because of that big basement, it gets damp in here. So anything that is metal that will rusts and corrodes. And that happened with the receptacle where you put your glass fuse in. And I think that's one of the reasons. It wasn't just the load, it was just that that receptacle eventually broke down to the point where, you know, it, they can kind of get loose. I've had that where they got loose. I had one where on the other side of that box where I'm turning it in and the receptacle was starting to turn because that got corroded. So I had to work on that. So I had to go over to another fuse box that I'm not using and get a receptacle out and put that in. The problem is I got big hands and the box is like this and like that, and then there's wires in there, and you got to do everything with tips of your friggin' fingers. Or I don't know if you ever did this, you probably did. You put the screw on the end of the screwdriver and you slowly try to angle it down that you drop it in the hole before it falls down into because it's not magnetic. The screwdriver ain't magnetic. I should probably get magnetic screwdrivers, but I haven't done that. I have a lot of screwdrivers, but so I was extremely pissed. I was friggin' livid. I mean, it's like fucking bullshit, man. Got it all working. Everything's working great. I know how to do that. It's not a problem, but it's the whole idea of what dumbass thought this up? Where what I really need to do is think about how I can stay calm and in control. Now, I'm the type of person in most stuff like that where my stress, I move forward because I need to solve the problem. And I don't have a problem solving the problem. It's just while I'm doing it, before I finally get everything to where I get the screws in and they all work. And another problem I had was the screw that was in. I messed up and I got the wrong screw when I was trying to put the nut the bolt in where you wrap the wire around it. So that didn't work. It kind of worked, and then all of a sudden it just kept turning. It's like, what the fuck? And then I realized I'm looking, I didn't put the screw I needed here, I put it over there. Okay? Now that pissed me off. So I'm losing my temper, oops, oops, you know, which is weak. Okay. But yeah, that's something I got to get under control. But I was thinking about this whole thing of this situation and how I want to get out of this situation and what do I need to do? Well, I'm going to have to work at something for as long as it takes. So I'm going with his course. He has a course called the 2 Hour Writer, and he has another course coming out that hopefully I can monetize. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on. I don't know if I can do that on this channel because I've been limited by YouTube. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start maybe another channel. Hopefully, I can keep my well, this will be more of a motivational channel because that's what I'm trying to do. Where I want to motivate people. That's why I have my Dave's Home Gym is the name of my other channel. If you're into weightlifting, I'm not an expert. I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm trying to influence people to get off their ass, to stop being a bunch of pansies. I mean, and the other thing I was thinking about this weekend were all these people that have health problems. Where all, if all they need to do, and I'm going to say this, the majority of you out there that are sitting on your fucking thumb talking about how I got these health problems and I have to go to my doctor and he prescribes this, that, and the other thing. You could solve that problem if you start figuring out what nutrition, what you can do to change your eating habits and get better eating habits and get exercise. You could solve your damn problem and then you wouldn't need all them drugs. But see, you're a bitch in a comfort zone. I got on the carnivore diet. Okay, I wanted to lose weight back in 2021. And I think I said this before, I got the flu, the regular flu. You know, the one that suddenly disappeared. Poof, it's gone. But it was still there, and we just called it another name. Uh, Now, that there will probably trigger some ass wipe at YouTube, but go fuck yourself. Uh, but I got the flu, and I had it for 6 weeks, and I could barely eat, and I lost 15 pounds. Well, they say the first 10 pounds are the hardest. Thank you, flu, because after that, boom, I went from 280 down to 215. Now I'm probably around 215 now. I can maintain it on it's mostly carnivore. I eat pickles, I drink coffee. Coffee's a bean. Every now and then I will get some chocolate and eat chocolate. Uh, but yeah, you just got to do and some shit clear it up. I mean, heck, I'm on week I think 44 or 45 of weightlifting. I'm 57 years of age and I'm going to go for a year. I got 7 weeks to go, 7 or 8 weeks. So 2 month of lifting. That'll be it's June, so that'll be in August when I finally hit a year. And I have a feeling I'm going to be able to hit a year. Sure, I'm in probably a low cycle now where you have the strength, but it's coming up. But even in a low cycle, uh, I went downstairs and I did one lift. I warmed up with a squat, and then I do trap bar deadlifts, and I got a 356 for four. Where I think it was 2 weeks ago, I got 342 for five. So hopefully, when I go for a new PR, I can get 405. My estimated PR is 395. So if I get that, that'll be 15 pounds over 380, which is my uh, max right now. That's great. But that's the thing. You got to friggin' do it. You got to just get out there and do it. And like I said, if you can't control this situation, there is a situation you can control that may get you out of that situation. Okay? You know? So, like I said, I got to figure out what I want to do. I do have another channel that I'm not using, and I think I just might go change that name. Uh, I don't know what I want to call the channel, but you know, I'll come back on here when I finally figure out what I want to do and uh, you know, make videos on that channel. But yes, I will be, and of course, you got to wait like what, 2 months before you can monetize anything. So, but yeah, those are my goals, and that's what I'm gonna do. So that's all I got right now. Uh, I hope I inspired someone to go, yeah, you know what? I need to do that. I need to get up off my fucking ass and stop whining. I'm not a victim of anything but my own thoughts. And thoughts, if you think about what goes through your head during the day, it's what you were conditioned by other people, by other events, by your parents. Your parents are poor and they're barely scraping by, but this is how it has to be. You have to struggle and you have to just suck it up and you got to pinch pennies and especially I went to church. Christians love virtue signaling and clutching their pearls over how I'm not rich, because the love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah, the love of money. And from what I understand, the majority of the rich people don't love it. There are those that do. They're all about money. Money's my God. And you're an idiot. Money's it should be nothing more than a friggin' tool. You get it, you use it to fix something. Okay? Okay, I bought fuses so I could fix something. I used money to buy them fuses so I could fix something. That's all it is. But it's good to make more. It's always good to have more. Can it bring happiness to a point? Security. Now, having said that, I'm going to blow your bubble here by telling you that none of our money is worth anything, okay? Because it's not backed by gold, it's not backed by silver, it's not backed by hard currency. Okay, they took us off the gold standard back in the early 70s, and it's pretty much an illusion. But as long as the illusion persists before they knock on your door and go, hey, Mr. Kramer, you owe us. Yeah. So I'm going to have to get more ammo so I can throw it all back at them and go, is that good enough? Are you fine with that? Did I pay you back now? But yeah, it isn't worth anything. But like I said, as long as the illusion persists, you can technically buy solutions to problems. So, hmm. But yeah, our thought process is just what we were conditioned to believe. Okay, I mean, and I tell you, I was conditioned to believe a lot of shit that really fucked my life. And I still got to fight it. And that's the thing. It doesn't matter if you're working towards something, you're trying to get out of that victim mindset, you're trying to get out of that being a weak piece of shit. That's going to stay with you because it was conditioned. Now, you get stronger, okay? It's like when you're in school and you're picked on and you're bullied and you decide, well, I'm going to either, you're going to learn how to fight. So you learn how to fight. Over time, with what you learn, you're going to be able to defend yourself better. Doesn't mean that the bullying ain't going to go away. There's always going to be a bully, but you're going to be able to defend yourself better. Okay? And that's it. As long as you're alive, you know, David Goggins says embrace the suck. Why? Because it's always going to be there. The suck is just hanging around. Okay? Just, picking its fingers, going, pretty good right now, huh? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I got something planned in about maybe 2.5 hours. We'll see how good it is then. Now, like I said, Most of the time, when I let stress get to me, I move forward because it's situations, most of the time, where I got to solve the problem. So that's good. But it's those situations where I let stress get to me where I can't solve the problem and I think I got to figure out how. That's stupid. But that's it. 20 minutes, gonna 21 minutes. So, yeah, I hope you get the gist of it. I hope, like I said, you work at it. Because I tell you, it's rewarding. It isn't glamorous. It isn't, you ain't gonna have, fireworks going off. It's just gonna be uh, a feeling of satisfaction and contentment that when I fixed that, that was great. Took a while for the water to get hot because I maybe it had blown the day before or whatever, but oh well, I fixed it. You have a just a feeling of satisfaction until the next time, and the next time's coming. So that's all I got right now. I'm gonna end this, and I might be back. Well, when I finally figure out what I want to do with that new channel, I will be back. So until next time, there's Dave Kramer, and there's Kramer Unstuck.